guys, and welcome to the channel. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Ken, and today we're here to review Welcome to Derry, Episode 1.
Isn't it Welcome to Derry?
It might be.
I think it is.
It might be.
On
that would make
HBO.
sense. Yeah.
Do
you know the episode title? Because I cannot think of it.
It's literally called The Pilot.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Well, that's I'm glad that you knew that. But yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look, before we get into it, I think we should say that we are going to bust this episode wide open. There will be spoilers. We really just want to talk about the show freely. Yeah. That's kind of why we waited a few days until after it premiered to give people plenty of time to watch it so we can have the conversation about the episode in the comments section. So
yeah, I think that's like the most enjoyable way to, you know, break down an episode like this. So yeah.
And I mean, we don't cover a lot of TV. I honestly think that's the best way to cover TV is to just talk about the episode, and then, you know, we all watch along together. And who knows if we'll come back for episode 2. It's supposed to premiere on Halloween.
Yeah.
But we may.
Super fun.
We may. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And let's get into our thoughts on the episode. What did you think about Welcome to Derry episode 1?
Yeah, well, quickly, I just want to talk about you know, the It franchise in general. Okay. Usually you like to do that. So I'll take I'll take the reins on that. So I've never read the book. I'll just say that, but I have watched you know, the original It, which I think you have it behind you.
I do have it behind me.
Okay, that's just what it looks like. I thought it was like a shadow, but it's just half black there. Yeah, so I did, you know, I remember watching the original It movie, which was actually like a series.
It was a mini-series on ABC.
Okay.
I think back in the day, and it was over the course of 2 nights.
Okay.
So yeah, a lot. Yeah. I think that's why a lot of kids like have that memory, because it was on TV back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, I remember watching that. I don't, you know, I definitely didn't watch it in real time. Because when did it come out?
1990.
Okay, yeah, I definitely would not have watched it in real time. I would have been like 3.
Yeah.
So, 8, 9, yeah, 3. But I do remember watching it, and you know, it definitely was creepy and effective. You know, clowns are creepy. I'm not like necessarily afraid of clowns. I don't have like a phobia or anything, but they are, I feel like, just they just have a creepiness to them.
There's a creep factor, especially Tim Curry as Pennywise.
Yeah, and then, you know, of course, the remakes, I guess, with Bill Skarsgård. Is that how you say his name?
Yeah, 2017, 2019 is when those came out.
Yeah, I mean,
and those would not be remakes. Those would be readaptations or just another adaptation.
Gotcha.
People get funny about that.
Okay,
so
well, I don't get funny here.
We're accurate.
You know, I feel like that those were pretty solid. Definitely a different take on the clown itself, I feel like. He had his own little version going there.
Just getting into my personal, so I have a deep love and nostalgia for the original 1990 movie. That was probably the first horror film I ever watched. Okay. And I do believe that I saw the premiere in real time. I remember being very young, or maybe it was a replay, or maybe they recorded it.
You would have been like something. 5.
I remember being like 5 or 6, I think, when I first saw like some scenes from the movie.
Yeah.
Like the shower scene, I remember very specifically. But I read the book probably when I was like 12 or 13. I tried to read it again a few years ago before the new It movies came out, but I was unsuccessful with that. And I like the new ones. Again, I've got a deep love for that 1990 film, so I definitely didn't like those as much as that. But they were solid for sure. So yeah, that brings us to Welcome to Derry, episode 1. Your thoughts on the first episode?
Yeah, so I thought that the episode was pretty solid. I, you know, enjoyed getting.
I do want to add that it was directed by the same person that did the last 2 It movies, Andy Muschietti. So he's kind of heading up this project the same as he did those movies.
Interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah, I feel like it was a pretty solid episode. You know, whenever you get the first episodes of a new series, there's always that, you know, exposing you to the new characters and, you know, trying to get you somewhat attached to them, or, you know, getting interested in them and what they've got going on. I feel like it was a good setup. I enjoyed. You know, we are, like we said, we're going to be talking about spoilers here. I enjoyed the kids, and, you know, by the end of it, I don't know if I'm gonna see them again, but,
Look, it's important, like, especially in an It film, like, you
mhm,
have to enjoy the kids
yeah,
because, like, the
'cause
kids are
they're
front and
it.
center.
Yeah,
And the Losers Club, like, is iconic
yeah,
just as a kid group
mhm.
in cinema and also book history. But yeah, I was honestly surprised by how much I enjoyed it. I wasn't even really that excited to watch it.
Oh, really?
To be honest, it was kind of just like, oh, it's coming on. I'll
Mhm.
check it out because I'm a fan of the It movies. But yeah, I was pleasantly surprised by how strong I thought the opening episode was. I've got my nitpicks, I've got some problems here and there, but overall, I thought it was very solid. And yeah, the way that it ends, it definitely does what a good first episode should do.
Mhm.
It like hooks you in because now I want to see what happens in the next
Right.
episode. Like I'm drawn in.
Yeah, we don't have any notes here, so we'll definitely just be going off of memory. But, as far as like the opening of the episode, we got kind of like I don't know what you call it when we don't know it yet, but I'm assuming that it's Pennywise or whatever that has made this kid see things, hallucinate or whatever.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
they're,
it is an all-powerful essence, curse, just like entity that
right,
overtakes this entire
anything.
town of Derry. So
But you've got this like kid, this boy, and it doesn't seem like he has a very good family life. He's kind of like out on his own. We've got like him kind of not breaking into a theater, but like going to the theater without a ticket, like having paid for it. So that was kind of fun to see, just like an old time movie theater.
yeah.
um, but anyway, so this kid, he's like kind of running away, and we got that scene of him getting in the car with the family. And I feel like I pretty quickly knew that this was going to be like Pennywise behind it,
Yeah.
like a hallucination or whatever you want to call it. Um,
Allegedly Pennywise, right? Because I mean,
right.
no, not the well, we are spoiling, but yeah, Pennywise is not in this episode.
He was not in the episode.
And from what I've heard, they're not going to introduce him until like halfway through the season or something like that.
Have you,
That's what I've heard.
you've heard, who have you heard from?
They were very public with that. I think that the director actually put that out there in the
Okay.
open. So
Well, yeah. So as far as that scene goes, I feel like it was pretty good. I think there is a lot of conflicting feelings about the CGI
the Bat Baby Demon.
bat baby demon deformity. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't like great or anything, but I felt like it was like fine with me. Like it didn't totally rub me the wrong way or anything. If you listen when they're playing the radio in the car, they're talking about like, I guess like the time era that they're in. There was like chemical warfare type of stuff going on, and so they were
Yeah.
talking about like it deforming babies and stuff. And so it's giving me like Hills Have Eyes vibes or something. So it
Yeah.
made sense to me that when this mom is having that like
Because
the birth scene or whatever, that this baby is all like messed up. Like it
now,
made
did it
sense
have to be a bat? I don't know about that, but yeah, it
yeah.
makes sense that you would have a deformed baby.
Yeah. Cuz I'm like, what the heck, that's so random, like just this weird baby coming out of her. But then when I like listened to the radio playing, I'm like, okay, like that makes a little bit of sense. But yeah, so that was a pretty solid opening, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't love the look of the baby bat demon.
Yeah.
That was
And that's
my
not the only time that we saw the baby bat demon.
yeah.
It made another appearance at the end, and it is what took out
It's a big
most of the children.
yeah. So I mean, we can jump to the end. I mean, yeah, all the children that are in this movie or show. I mean, it's very cinematic, so it's almost a movie.
Yeah.
They get taken out in the end. Well, not all of them.
No, not all of them.
Just some of them do.
Mhm.
Um,
Pretty
they get
much
taken out in a very glorious, gory fashion.
yeah, besides the boy, that gets taken in the beginning by allegedly Pennywise, we didn't actually see his death, right?
Yeah, but you're assuming that something horrific happens, you
Right.
know.
And then basically 2 of the boys get taken out, and then
Yeah.
a little girl, which was like the sibling of one of the boys.
Which is on
Um,
it that's on brand for It. I
yeah,
mean, the opening scene of It is Georgie, who's, like,
right.
6 years old, that
Yeah,
gets taken in the sewer and his arm ripped off. So, I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
it's
That
always been very brutal to children.
the little girl, the sibling, she was definitely given like Georgie vibes, I guess. Um, And
Yeah.
then so we're left basically with 2 girls at the end. And the one girl, they all kind of realized when they came together that they were hearing things. They knew that their friend was
Yeah.
missing, and
I mean, they set up the group well because, first off, they're all very likable kids. You enjoy them, then they kind of mingle together and they set up a dynamic and you're like, "Oh, this is going to be the new losers club or the losers
right.
club before the losers club." And that's you find out by the end that's not the case. So
Yeah,
we're going in a different direction,
right.
obviously.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm a little bummed if like those kids are actually dead and we're not going to see them anymore, like in a flashback or anything. I don't know. I can't imagine that we will because I
You'll see them again, but I really hope that they don't just bring them back. Like if you're gonna do it, then do it, and let's
yeah.
let's go from there.
Mhm.
But like if they come back and like they're being taken over because it likes to play with the kids and stuff, so they're gonna bring the kids back, and it's really gonna
Mhm.
be or it's
Mhm.
gonna be Pennywise or whatever.
Yeah.
Just kind of playing
Um
around with them.
and then just quickly too, we also have, a little side plot going on here. We're introduced to these like is it Air Force people?
Yeah, Air Force. Yeah,
We're introduced, this is kind of
they're on
going
they're on an
on.
Air Force base in Derry.
Yeah, it's kind of, the little, I feel like shows always have just these like multiple plots going on, and you know that at some point they're going to connect or whatever.
Yeah, but this one in particular has a character that connects to like, the books because I'm guessing, I don't remember the character's first name, but it's Mike Hanlon's dad is what I'm guessing.
Okay.
Who's the kid that kind of brings all the losers club back after it returns to the town
Mm.
in the book.
Okay. There's some stuff going on with that, like the Air Force base. The guy, he's like sleeping, and these like bad guys come in and they're trying to get some like information on a certain like airplane or something.
That was another little nitpick I had with it. The
Mhm.
the way that scene was like structured was just kind of awkward to me. How
Yeah.
they just came in there and started beating him up, and the guy comes in for the save, and then they just run out, and it's like then they're just
And
immediately
they
like
didn't like try to go after the
it
guys.
was just weird. Like, why did they give up so easy and run out? Like, there
Yeah.
was no reason for them to. It wasn't like they called anybody
Yeah.
or anything. So
Right.
it's like they just ran out, but they didn't run after him to try to figure out who they were. It was just weird how they framed that sequence.
Yeah, yeah. So, at this point, I'm more invested in the kid side of it for sure.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting to see how they bring the two together. I'm assuming that, once Pennywise has broke loose on the town fully, that this Air Force is maybe going to have to like fight against Pennywise or something.
Well, there's some implication there that I don't know if they mentioned it in the show, but
Mhm.
like from the book that, they could be working to contain it or like they know about it cuz this isn't the first time that Pennywise has been around in Derry. Like this is something that's been going on for hundreds of
Oh,
years.
okay,
And we're
yeah,
just coming
I
into it in the 60s, but like
gotcha.
there's because in the movie, like they're flipping through the scrapbook and they're going through all these different like events in the town all the way back to the 1800s, like just
Mhm.
horrific events.
Yeah,
So he's been there for a while.
gotcha.
So it's possible
Okay.
they know about him and like they're trying to contain him or something.
Gotcha. Yeah. So I don't know. I can't think of anything. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about?
No, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. It was good though. Like I liked the side plot with Mike Hanlon. Again, I'm assuming it's his dad.
Hmm.
The Air Force Base, I like that stuff. I like the stuff with the kid. Like there really wasn't anything that was like dull to me or no slow moments. So
Yeah.
I thought it was a good first episode.
I will say that we did like stick around and watch like the behind the scenes stuff, and they did end up showing like a very long trailer for the season. And I kind of wish I hadn't watched it because it
Yeah.
just showed so much. But it does make me like excited to see where it goes, and hopefully HBO can kind of redeem itself with us because, The Last of Us didn't do it for us. And right now,
It's gotta be better than that.
yeah. So we'll see. But I guess that's going to be about it.
Yeah, that's it for episode 1 of It.
Yeah.
Welcome to Derry. Maybe we'll be back on Saturday or Sunday to talk about
Yeah.
the episode that drops on Halloween, but
So, be sure to leave a comment about what you thought about the show, or if there was, a certain part of the episode that we forgot to talk about that was like
yeah.
a big moment. Because again, we didn't have notes. Maybe we'll come with notes next time.
And also let us know, like, if this is something you're interested in,
Yeah.
you wanna continue to see us cover the show, because obviously, like, if nobody's interested, then we probably won't continue to do it, so
Well, maybe not. Maybe we will.
let us know in the comments section if
Yeah.
if you'll be interested in that,
And thanks for watching, guys.
and we'll see you next time.
Bye.